And we're back here on the Morning Bell on Rebel Radio. I am, of course, Mario J. Bell. He's the Pose, and we've
Yes, he
got a
is.
great interview coming up here. I want to introduce our booking agent slash field correspondent, Tony Passarella. Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hey Mario, hey Pose, how's it going?
We're doing well.
Hi, Tony.
And
Excellent.
you were able to hook us up with an awesome guest that we're having on right now, Mr.
Woo.
Patrick Allen Stone from the band
Yeah.
Budderside. Hi, Patrick. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Mario. Thanks, Tony. Thanks for having me, man. This is super exciting. Chicago!
Woo!
We might as well get right into that. You have a Chicago connection. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, Jeff Dubray is our drummer. He's from Chicago. And then I've had a bond and brotherhood with Chips Enough, man. Blue Island.
Yeah.
Blue Island. But Chicago is definitely his stomping grounds. And every time I get a chance to go out and visit him, we run all over that town and just love it to death. He's a great host.
And you have played together.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he's a interesting character, that's for sure. Been around a while, kind of a legend in the Chicago area, actually.
Yeah. I mean, he walks through a front door, and everybody's attention. He's got everybody's attention.
Did he wear the big glasses with you all the time?
Always.
Okay, cool.
I mean, kind of
all the time.
Got his helmet on,
Nice. So you are in this band Budderside, but you have a heck of a history yourself. Even playing with, and we play with the Big Four, by the way, on Rebel Radio. One of them, of course, is Motorhead, and you have a history with them. So, how did you get involved with Lemmy and Motorhead?
I fell in love with the right girl at the right time, I guess. She was really tight with Lemmy, and she happily introduced me, and we just got along really great. We started. He gave me some of these bayonets from World War II to clean up because I had like some jewelry tools. And when I returned those in great condition, looking, shimmering, he was just super excited. And I think that's kind of when he really took a liking to me. And then before I knew it, I was at his place just going through every guitar and listening to every song and playing video games. And then eventually the band offered me a job to tune their guitars on the road. And the Everything Louder Than Everything Else tour commenced. And there I was, doing that for a while. It was super exciting. I mean, just what a rush. But they always encouraged me to get out in front on the stage rather than behind it. They thought that was a better place for me. So, I suffered from a lot of drug addiction. I tried to keep up with those guys who definitely were one of a kind, three of a kind, four of a kind, whatever. The whole crew was just this they're like the Vikings of rock and roll. You know what I mean? Nothing can stop them. Being a part of that was like, you really got to keep up with the big dogs. You can't be like a puppy, you know what I mean? So I just got really addicted to drugs. Not their fault, but anyway, when I got myself clean and sober, which wasn't too short, it was shortly after that, Lemmy and Todd, the manager, and Phil, everybody just got behind me. They were so proud of me, and they put me in the studio with Lemmy's son, Paul, who is the most incredibly talented guy I've ever met. And we produced the first record, and sailing away off on the motorboat, sailboat there. It was he that whole thing. That was the putting us in the studio with Paul and signing us was the beginning of this band's legitimate run at success, I guess.
That's pretty awesome. Great story. Yeah. But you've been involved with music obviously before then. What made you get started and want to do the hard rock, heavy metal type of music?
Gosh, hard rock and heavy metal. Let's see. I mean, since I was 5 years old, I would tug on my father's pant leg and tell him I wanted to be a rock star. He was a pilot, and he was this larger than life character. He was a Marine. He wanted me to take on the family business, which was a lot of finance and stuff like that. But I had no interest. My sister was a real rock and roll rebel, tattoos, and she had this record collection, and I started thumbing through it. And I think the first one I can actually remember being completely mesmerized by was Highway to Hell, and Angus holding that tail of his, and just feeling like, wow, this is cool. And seeing her rocking out to that, and I just wanted to make her proud. So I think the persona started right around then, right around the age of 5. I started like kind of, gearing towards, hard rock and whatnot. But my mother would encourage me a lot to sing along to any song that came on the radio. So I acquired a great love for Michael Jackson and Peter Cetera, but Queen was in there. Van Halen was in there. By the time Guns N' Roses blew up, I think that was about all she wrote. Like that was it for me. That was it for everybody, really.
Yeah. There are a couple of good connections to Chicago right there with Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, and then Peter Cetera, of course, both from here.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a wide bunch of heroes, but
from Chicago, and didn't even know it.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Peter Cetera. That's funny. I bring him up, right?
Yeah.
So,
have you always been the lead singer, or do you play a bunch of other instruments? Like, are you a drummer too, or just guitar, or what?
yeah, I play drums, bass, and guitar. I wrote, I think most of the first and second record. Actually, all of the first record and damn nearly most of the second one. Just because that's what I would do. I would hunch over my guitar and I would just play until I had something that was worth sharing with somebody. But with going forward with the new guys, super exciting. We just did a week-long session with Matt Good out in Arizona, and it was just this big group effort that I've never really experienced before. And the fruits of our labors were just overwhelming. It's really cool. I'm so excited to see what came from, each member in the band now is just so extremely talented, and they bring just so much to the table. So watching them battle it out to get parts in, fighting for every little piece that they can get and ending up with something that's completely ours is just so super exciting. I can't wait to share that stuff with you. But for now, we're releasing the second album, and that's going to last us about through March and April, and then hopefully we can start showing you the newest stuff. But yeah.
Well, Tony's wearing a shirt. I want Tony to show his shirt off.
Yeah.
Is that from the one that's coming out, or this is when you guys were here in Chicago at Arcata Theater? What old is that? Or is that custom? Can we even get that shirt?
I might have a couple left for you. Yeah. Now that you ask, yeah, I get you a couple. That's the OG artwork. I had a friend of mine, this young kid. I think he was 12 or 14 at the time, and I just had this idea in my head. I mean, I'm like a huge sci-fi fan. I'm a huge, I don't know, the whole artistry just kind of links to everything. The hand, if you look at the hand, there's a syringe and a speed pipe, all of the things I used to love. And I thought that was kind of weaponizing her. And then the other hand is all the laser guns and, rocket launchers and a whip. I just wanted to create an incredibly badass sci-fi character for everybody to enjoy. And of course, she had to be super hot because that's what I like to look at. And I figured people that like my stuff will like that a lot. So
it's not the album cover.
It did turn out being the album cover, but from that stage, we ended up taking the artwork and getting a model to take the pose. And then with a lot of help from Photoshop and an incredible artist, he body painted her. It brought the whole thing to life. So the cover you see there on the album cover, the first album cover, is actually a real person, and real props too. I went to a prop shop and got those actual guns. Everything that you see there is actually a real artifact, and then just kind of placed in the right place to make it look like it was part of her body.
You mentioned you like sci-fi because the actual font on the shirt looks like the same font they use for the Star Trek movies. It says Star Trek Generation. It's got that same look to it. So I thought it was a little secret homage to them, maybe.
Yeah, or just it's a definite tip of the hat to science fiction. I had drawn a million different ways of drawing Budderside and trying to come up with like a cool font and everything else, but I was never good enough of an artist. And kind of in a pinch, we ended up using that font. But I love it. I love the way it looks, sleek. It's really cool. So it's stuck. People like stickers are all over the world. So once you're in,
listening won't see it, but if you're watching the video portion, you can see how cool it is. So I wanted to bring it up. Also, I wanted to ask: are you guys planning a tour then, or just because of what's going on, we're waiting? What's your plans for get out there in the public?
We're really excited, and with the with the first sites of the this vaccine coming through, I've actually been. We said we weren't going to talk about this, but this is actually a super positive thing, so I don't mind. I've actually been on the front lines of the COVID thing. I'm kind of like helping out in the hospital, so I've been wearing this mask. That's why I got this scar on my face. But we watched the vaccine kind of pour in the other day, so there's like this huge light at the end of the tunnel, which means touring is going to be happening. We've had Rocklahoma and a whole tour surrounding that whole thing planned, and it kept getting pushed back. But I don't see the date that they've set now, late summer, changing. I think everybody's starting to stick to that, and with everything kind of taking a turn for the better now, I think that we have a really good chance of like picking up all the tours have been pushed back. We haven't lost any, gained more. So we've in tour, a tour of Japan actually. Just everything's in black and white. So all we need to do is figure out when it's safe to do it, and we don't want to do it before it's safe. But once it is safe, we're going to do it.
That makes sense. I'm just hoping that you do tour. That's why I brought it up, because I know Tony, you get to see them here in Chicago. When was that? A couple of years ago or more recent?
2017.
Okay, so 3 years ago, but obviously there wasn't a problem back then. But you were at a great historic theater in the suburbs, so I'm hoping you come through again.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, man. The Arcade Theater's the baddest, dude. That's so awesome. Great feeling there. The people there, top notch. The sound system's amazing. Yeah, love it there. Love it there.
It's an old vaudeville theater that's been obviously remodeled and everything, and made for concert venue, and they do a lot of stuff there. So that'd be cool to see you guys there. Hopefully you'll put that on the list then.
Oh, for sure. For sure. We won't miss that one for sure. And I hope you guys will come out and see us.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be there.
Tony will be there.
First to buy some tickets.
Yeah. We get our tickets, or actually happen to know the owner of the theater, so we'll see what he can arrange for us to do, like maybe a live thing out there and interview and everything again. So, because I like getting out in the public myself. I don't want to sit in a studio all day.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah.
But you have to. You're doing an album, so you got to be doing it there. But it's coming. I'm hoping it's coming soon. Maybe February and March is what I keep hearing in terms of safetiness and stuff. So I'm looking forward to having you guys go on tour. Now, Tony, you had something you want to talk about, the connection of another band that he's sang with. Go ahead and talk about that.
Oh yeah, I saw him actually, there was like a track that leaked out on the YouTube page like a while back. I think it was like a year ago. And it said had one of the singers with Butcher Babies.
Oh, yeah, Carla Harvey, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. So yeah, if you want to mention that song, I think it was Amber Alert.
Oh yeah. The thing that leaked, I don't even want to touch that. There's definitely some there's gonna be slap back on that for whoever posted that.
Yeah.
Oh man, we can't talk about it. We gotta edit this out.
No, okay, it's okay. But the fact of the matter is that yes, we created an epic song. It's called Amber Alert. No relation to child abduction. There was a crazy love affair that spawned from being in the studio when we were recording the song itself, and it inspired the lyrics. It's just about kind of this incredible, I don't know, just you just have to hear it, and it makes perfect sense when you listen to it. But Carla Harvey has been a dear friend of mine. Carla Harvey from the Butcher Babies. We've known each other forever. I remember sitting in her Corvette listening to like some of her first demos that she shared with me, trying to, just letting me know that she was a singer. And I was just, always encouraging her. She's always encouraging me. She's always just been a great light in my life. We've been great friends. And yeah, she skyrocketed to fame and fortune and all the things that go with it. And when we were recording this song, I thought it would be amazing to have her on the track, and we invited her down. She jumped on it, and now she even flew out in the midst of all of this pandemic. We did it all safe, did it all secure, and everything else. But there's an amazing video that's going to go along with that. So. I think that's the last one to drop in March, but man, it's going to punch you in the face. It's so exciting. It's really cool. And she's just so hot, and she's just so talented. The track is crazy because I sound like the woman and she sounds like the devil, she's just doing this growling stuff, which is really a huge dimension to the track. So we're super proud of that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Some of Butcher Babies.
Yeah, we just got a request this week for that Magnolia Boulevard. So yeah, we're right on top of that.
And we want to make sure we can play more Budderside now. We're going to start playing it on my show, The Morning Bell, on Rebel Radio. By the way, we're here talking with Patrick Alex Stone of Budderside on The Morning Bell. And we want to play the whole album if we can. I don't know if, the new one, when it gets released, I hope we could get some advanced copies of songs.
I'll do everything I can to get you those for sure. And the t-shirts.
Oh, please. Definitely.
Because,
it's we like featuring the whole station. We're not that corporate type of station where there's a certain format of only certain songs you can play. We kind of can pick whatever we want, obviously related to hard rock and heavy metal, but still, I mean, we could play all day if we wanted to. So yeah, I look forward to the new album coming out.
Do it.
Me too.
Tony's your number one fan. No. joking.
Keep rock alive, right? You know, that's what it's about.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to having you guys on our station and being on tour and hopefully seeing you in Chicago when this is all over and done with.
Yeah, I hope we keep up with each other, man. You gotta. This is going to be one hell of a story to unfold. I mean, we got busy with the pandemic. We were so close together. We did a lot of work. We have a lot of content. A lot of stuff's going to be spilling out from us. So every week we're going to have something new to talk about. So maybe we come back and talk about everything. You know,
right when it comes out. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wanted to end off a little bit more into the label. So you are with the Motorhead label, right?
Of course, yes. They've stuck by us and helped us through many of the obstacles that were in the way. This album took a long time to get out because of all of the changes that I had to make. Yeah, they guided me through everything, and they've got my back. And you know, it was Lemmy that started the whole thing. You know, with him gone and the other groups that were on the actual Motorhead label, Barbara Dolls and a few others, they've all kind of fallen off. So we're kind of the last of the Mohicans holding on to that name. So we're doing our damnedest to make him proud. And it's a really big shoe to fill. You know what I mean? It's really hard to win over Motorhead fans. You know, they don't come into, you know, learning about you without this, you know, big chip shoulders and well deserved. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be Motorhead at all. We're just so happy that you know, that we found somebody like Lemmy that was so down to earth that like he loved every genre of music. He could find greatness in any song. You know, not that he didn't have a bad thing or two to say about a few artists, but it's definitely an honor to be a label, and we're super stoked that it's still around. So yeah, the people there are still fighting to keep the name alive. So we're happy to be a part of it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you on. Glad Tony reached out to your PR staff, and yeah, like what you said, I want to have you back when that happens, or when you're in Chicago. We'll definitely hook up. So thanks a lot for taking the time to be on with us, Patrick. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mario. Thanks, Tony. And
Yeah.
Don't forget too that you got a live stream coming up right next week.
oh God, yes, please tune in, man. It's being streamed over so many different platforms, and so many different publications have picked it up. But the main two that we are sticking to is the Whiskey A Go Go itself, and the Rainbow Bar and Grill are hosting the whole thing. So you can catch it on their Facebook pages or the Whiskey YouTube channel. You'll get a little bit of a better quality image, like, because it's really shot in this incredibly high def with these. You know, it's just the quality is incredible. So I would recommend the channel. But yeah, the live stream is honoring Lemmy. Our incredibly dear friend Matt Pinfield joins us for some very special things that you just have to tune in to see. And then there's a Q&A with him afterwards. But yeah, it's going to be a lit show. Yeah, please tune in. Check it out.
We'll do that definitely. Thanks again for being on, and we'll tune in next week for that live stream.
Okay.
At two legendary places, by the way. That's awesome. Yeah. California and LA. So
let's do a liner before.
Okay, thanks for coming on. Oh, you want to do a liner?
Yeah,
okay.
If we can ask him. Would you mind doing you're listening to the Morning Bell on Rebel Radio?
A little quick promo for
like
us.
your name.
Yeah, Patrick Stone, Budderside. You're listening to the Morning Bell on Rebel Radio, Chicago.
Perfect. Thank you. Maybe do one more because I talked over it. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Hello, guys. This is Patrick Stone from Budderside. You are watching and listening to the Morning Bell on Rebel Radio, Chicago.
Nice. Thanks a lot, Patrick. Appreciate your time. That was fun.
God bless
you.
Thanks for helping out on the front lines too, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Mad respect for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace.